Hi everyone, welcome to the Steve and Nina Show. I want to say that I know I've not been keeping up on doing videos very much, but we have been so very busy trying to get all of our garden harvested and canned and taken care of. We don't want that to ruin, and I know that you guys would understand. I did want to share a beautiful card that we got from our friend Sharon that lives in Florida. And Miss Sharon, I just want to say thank you so very much for the gift that you enclosed in that. Matter of fact, Steve is on his way right now to go out to Walmart to buy a food processor. Online it said they had one left, and we're hoping that we get it, and they're sold out of all the others. But because of your gift, we were able to put in some money and be able to afford that food processor that I've been wanting. So I deeply appreciate it. I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to share the card. It says, "Some people just make life better for everyone around them." Isn't that beautiful? That's how you are. Your kind heart and generous soul have blessed so many people. Don't ever forget how much you mean. And then she wrote, "May the Heavenly Father continue to pour out his blessings on you. Love, your sister in Christ, Sharon." I'm going to cover up her last name. Did I got it right? Whoop. I always have trouble with the camera there. But thank you, sweet Miss Sharon. So, in saying all of that, because I have all of the tomatoes that are coming up and they're ready to go, and they're small. None of the large plants that we had actually did very well, but all the little ones did. And I was wondering, you know, we have some of those, like the little cherry tomatoes and stuff, and I was wondering, how in the world am I going to process those? I'm going to have to end up just feeding them to the chickens and giving them away to friends and family. But I was watching a guy that I'm a friend with on Facebook, and he's a pastor, and he lives up in New York, and his name's Duke. And Duke was saying that he puts all of, you know, he washes them, of course, and takes off the stem and cuts off the bad parts, but then he puts the entire tomato in a food processor. And by doing that, he doesn't have to blanch them to take the skins off. The skin, the seeds, everything is in there. So you're getting more product from the tomato itself, and you're getting probably a lot more better vitamins and all that because of having everything in there together. So when I read what he had written about how he does his, I went in the kitchen and checked, and I had everything that he uses to make his salsa. And I thought, wow, I wouldn't have to waste any of those little tomatoes. I can use those. I have a lot of the Roma, which is the ones that are, you know, they're tougher skinned. So I'm going to mix them together so the salsa is not just going to be too runny. But then when Miss Sharon sent that gift, I told Steve, we got to make a way to make up the rest of that money, because I need a food processor. And so he figured up the bills again and figured out that we could do it. And you know, I know we did the we built that rest of that chicken run. Well, some of that money we had to end up putting on a credit card, which I hate to do. And when I get my check, I'm going to pay that part off that we had used for the chicken run. But we didn't want to use that credit card anymore. And so, like I said, with the gift certificate from Miss Sharon, and then with Steve refiguring the bills, we were able to go out and get one. And I'm hoping and praying, fingers crossed, that it's still out there when Steve gets out to Walmart. When he gets back, I'll show you what we got. Yay, I was so happy when he came in and they actually had one on the shelf, because they were out of all the others. So this is a KitchenAid, and it is a 7-cup food processor, and I cannot wait to start getting my tomatoes in there. I've been canning, and I wanted to show you guys something. Remember when I was doing all the other canning, if you've watched any of them. If not, go back and watch them if you would like to learn about canning. But in those videos, I would always tell you in the water to always put some vinegar if you've got hard water like I have. This is what happens if you don't put vinegar into the water, as you're canning them, either pressure canning them or water bath canning them. I forgot to put vinegar in the water when I was doing the salsa. This one I wiped off with a towel with some vinegar on the towel. This is how it probably would have came out if I would have put vinegar in the water. But look at that. I just thought I would show you guys. It's like a white powder, and it doesn't hurt anything. It just, it's yucky. You got to wipe it all off, but I thought, well, that's a teaching video there, I guess. That way you guys would know exactly what happens if you don't use the vinegar and you have hard water. So today I've been using my, this is a hot bath canner, and that's a little warm. Let me get my towel. I'm actually doing just 2 quart jars of salsa that we had left. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8, I got 10 pints of salsa and then 2 quart jars of salsa. Okay, these are done. And we're gonna take them out. Now, Steve put some vinegar in this water before we put the 2 quart jars in. So they're not gonna do like those little ones. Set that one right there. Okay, I'm done for the day, and I thought I would just sit down for a few minutes now that I finished all that canning and just have a little chat with you guys. I wanted to be on and making more videos because I know that a lot of you love to come on every day and see if we have a video available. And I know that I have not been having the videos like we used to. And it's because of the time of year. I don't have the energy, and I don't have the time to be able to do all of that. So I hope that you guys understand. I do want to do videos every day if I can, but until all the harvest is done, all the veggies have been processed and canned, I'm not going to be able to do it. Because, I suffer from things that a lot of people don't have to worry about. So not only am I also very, very busy at home trying to do my, the chores and the canning and all that, but I also suffer from things like chronic fatigue syndrome, which I've been having a really hard battle with since we went to Kentucky. That was a very long ride. And even though I didn't drive, you wouldn't think that it would have bothered me. It did. It totally wiped me out. And I've been in bed most of the time since we got back. So every day, I try my best every day to get up and try to accomplish something during the day. Even if it's just one thing, I try to do that. So yeah, it's tough on me when I do anything out of the so-called ordinary. It wears me out. And it's nothing to do with my heart. It's just because I have that fibromyalgia and the chronic fatigue syndrome, and it's not fun and I don't like it, but it's something that I've had to deal with for a long time now, and I don't see anything curing it in the future. So it's just something that I have to live with. It's something that will never go away, and there is no cure. So I do the best that I can. So if I'm not putting out videos every day, it's not because I don't want to. It's because this body of mine is just not doing what I need it to do. I know I look horrible in this thing, but it's a lot easier for me when I'm dealing with food preparation to make sure that my hair is covered, especially now that it's short. And I don't want any hair getting in my food whatsoever. When I do anything in the kitchen, I like to be really clean. I like to have clean nails, and I like to, I don't wear gloves a lot, but I like the kitchen all to be nice and clean when I get started, and that way when I'm finished, for the day. It's only just the cleanup. And that way I'm ensured that my food has all been as clean as it can get. And that's how I like things to be. If I go out to eat, that's what I like to see. Everything as clean as the place can get it. So this coming week, if nothing happens, Steve's got some leftover wood that he used on the chicken run, and he's going to be starting to build some shelves down in our basement. Now, I want to take you guys down there while he gets started doing that if you would like to see. It's just an old basement, nothing fancy. We did have it fixed up into a really nice apartment, but then it flooded and we had to pull up all the linoleum and all that, and some of the walls, the stuff had to be taken off. But you downstairs in the basement, because one of the rooms has no windows, it has a door, and I think that's the room that he's going to be working on putting the shelving in for all of our canned food. So that'll be something that we're going to be working on, and we've got a dehumidifier in the basement, so we're hoping that that will keep out any of the dampness. And so far it has not been flooding anymore. Even if we've had the hard rains, our sub pump has been able to take out all the water, so I'm hoping that that will continue and it won't be flooded. But in case it does, Steve's going to make sure that the shelves are up high enough that the water wouldn't be able to get to them, because I sure don't want to damage any of the hard work that both of us have put into this garden, harvesting and canning all of our goods that we have gotten. It takes a lot of work, you guys. It takes a lot of time. Not only do you have to constantly go out and check and make sure that there's nothing eating the plants, you have to also make sure that when things are ready to harvest, that you're there harvesting them. And it all comes on pretty much one after the other. And that's how we've been doing with the tomatoes. Yeah, we've been super busy, and I just want you guys to know that we appreciate each and every single one of you for taking the time to watch our videos. I know sometimes we're on the ball and we have one every day, boom, boom, boom. And sometimes we are busy here at home on our little homestead, and we're not able to make them every day for you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you the next video. Bye-bye.